What is going on, guys? Uncle Bucko here, back at it again with another video. In today's video, I just want to have a discussion on Pokemon investing in the Sword and Shield era. So there is a problem as far as Pokemon investing goes. The problem is that there's oversaturation of graded cards. That's right. Before we begin here, I just want to say this is not financial advice. I'm not telling you guys to do anything. This is just me randomly talking to a computer screen on YouTube, okay? This is just my opinion, and my opinion is if you are investing in single cards, don't do it, especially in the Sword and Shield block. There is an oversaturation of graded PSA 10s and 9s in the Sword and Shield block, and if you are holding on to those graded slabs in hopes of 10xing, 20xing your money, it is not very likely, and here is why. Now, there's nothing wrong with collecting modern singles, because maybe you pulled it and you pulled it with someone, you share the experience with someone, it was a chase card that you've been chasing for a long time. By all means, that is separate from the conversation here, okay? I'm just talking strictly about the investment aspect of these modern singles. On the screen here, we have Umbreon VMAX alternate art from the lovely Evolving Skies. Super popular set, the most popular set in Sword and Shield block. You can see here a PSA 10 copy goes for around $1,200. These are PSA 9 examples of the Umbreon. Essentially, a PSA 9 will fetch you the same amount of money for a raw copy. Here is the problem. If you look at the population report, this comes straight from PSA, and remember, this is just for PSA. This doesn't include BGS, CGC, and all of those other graded grading companies, okay? Now, for this Umbreon VMAX Secret Rare, you can see in a 10, there is 5,417 copies of this. There's so many copies of this, okay? Your card is not special. I hate to break it to you, like, it's not special. Anyone can get their hands on this. And as we speak, the population report of this goes up every single day, okay? In a 9, there's over 1,000 copies in a 9. If you look at the Charizard VMAX from Champion's Path, super gorgeous card. PSA 10 copy will fetch you around $350. You can get a raw one for just under $200. The problem is the population report. Look at that, insane. Over 12,000 copies in PSA 10. Guys, your card's not that special. There's so many out there. Look, in the 9, almost 4,000 copies. Insane. All right, the other secret Charizard rare from Champion's Path, the shiny V1, over 10,000 copies in a 10 and almost 4,000 copies in a 9. This is the card I'm talking about, the Charizard V. Right now, you can get a copy for just a fraction of what it used to cost. Raw copy, you can get one for $180, and in a PSA 10 example, right around $300. There is so many slabs out in the wild. Same goes for this Pikachu VMAX Rainbow Rare from Vivid Voltage. Look at that, almost 5,000 copies in a 10. Insane. This is the pop report of the different Charizards that you can get from Brilliant Stars. There's like 5 different Charizards in that set. The full art, alternate art Charizard from Brilliant Stars. Almost 5,000 copies in a 10. 2,200 in a 9. Insane amount. You have the Charizard V-Star from Brilliant Stars, almost 5,000 copies as well, and just over 2,000 copies in a 10. It's ridiculous. There's a super saturation of these cards. Here we have the Charizard from Pokemon Celebrations, right? Almost 10,000 copies in a 10, 4,400 copies in a 9. Insane. There's so many out there. We have the Blastoise from Celebrations, 6,440 in a 10, 3,000 in a 9. Venusaur as well. Look at the numbers. It's insane. Okay, Charizard VMAX, right, from Shining Fates, over 11,000 in a 10, over 2,000 in a 9. Okay, so I just want to caution you guys, if you guys are investing in singles, if it wasn't right at the beginning of every set drop, you're not making any money, because those guys that are getting these cards graded in a 10, selling it off, I mean, they understand how this works. They understand that the only time you can capitalize on these singles is, you know, within the first few months of a set release. That's when you're going to capitalize. Okay, now if you want to hustle and do that, and by all means, but I'm a lazy person, okay, and I'm going to show you guys the only way that you should be investing in Sword and Shield block. There's essentially two factors: rarity and desirability. Okay, we have here the Pikachu Illustrator promo card. Very, very expensive card because it is super rare. In a 9 example, there's only 8 copies in a 9 example. There's only 1 copy in a 10, I believe. And I don't even want to know how much that PSA 10 Illustrator Pikachu goes for. Just insane. Why is it so expensive? Because it's so rare, guys. There's only a couple dozen of these Illustrator cards known in existence, and even fewer were graded. So it does have the rarity aspect, but is it desirable? No. I feel like the modern day Pokemon investor or collector, they don't really desire this card. Okay, only the hardcore, like, you know, balls deep people that are in this hobby, that never left the hobby, never went on hiatus. Those guys are the guys that desire this card. But I feel like for the majority of the population, there's nothing special, right? When it comes to the Umbreon VMAX, right? Everyone is hyping this card. It is a gorgeous card, don't get me wrong. But is it rare? No, this card is not rare at all. In fact, the only thing that is keeping this this PSA 10 copy above $1,000 is because everyone desires this card because it's what's hot, right? So just kind of scared that as more and more cards get graded in a 10 of this card, you will see this go down. And you know, the only reason why it hasn't gone down, in my opinion, is desirability. This card is super desirable. Okay, people are chasing this card. It's attainable. This Umbreon VMAX, it's attainable right now, super desired, versus the Illustrator is so rare. Not a lot of people know about this card. It's not really desirable, right? And again, this Illustrator Pokemon, because it's not really desirable and it's so rare and the price on this is so high, it's gonna be a little bit harder to liquidate this card as opposed to the Umbreon. Super desirable. It's gonna be pretty easy to liquidate this card in the current market. Once Pokemon releases the next new best card, I'm just not sure how this card will do long term, especially when, you know, I have a copy, you have a copy, you know what I'm saying? So The only thing going for this card is desirability. Now, when it comes to the Charizard, first edition Charizard, it's got both of these requirements. It's rare and it's desirable. I believe in a PSA 10 example, there's only like 120 in a PSA 10, I believe, of this card. It fetches for $200,000 to $300,000. Everyone loves this card. People grew up with this card. Most of the people collecting now are in the mid 20s to late 40s. They remember this card. It's nostalgic. This is the king. So basically, what am I getting to here in this video? Well, basically I'm saying that if you are collecting singles in the Sword and Shield era hoping to make money, if it was me, I would stay away from it. When it comes to enjoying it, yes, you can. Yeah, definitely. Like, if you enjoy collecting these singles, yeah, go by all means. More power to you. Collect them. But if you're collecting them, trying to make money off of them in the future, I don't see there being a lot of opportunities there. I think these cards, the modern Sword and Shield era cards, will stagnate. It'll maybe go up a little over time, but will it ever fetch the high prices of these the first edition Charizard or Neo Lugia? I don't think so. The only thing that modern single slabs has going for it is desirability. There's no rarity at all whatsoever. I have a copy, you have a copy, they have a copy, we all got a copy. So I don't know, it's just something to think about. I will tell you that I've said this before in other videos, but just make a graph here. The x-axis will represent time, okay, and the y-axis will represent price. Okay, price over time. The only way to invest in the Sword and Shield era or any modern era is sealed collections. Okay, again, let me just pick a different color here. The purple line here will represent single prices within a set. Okay, maybe a little movement, but for the most part will stay stagnant over time. More people will crack over these sets. More singles will be available. More PSA copies will be available. There's just no rarity, okay? As opposed to sealed products. Here, let me pick a different color. Let's go green. Sealed products over time will dramatically increase as such, okay? The gap between sealed and single prices over time will definitely increase over time. All Pokemon products that's at least 5 years old, every single Pokemon product that is at least 5 years old has grown in value. Every single one. Show me a sealed product that's at least 5 years old that hasn't gone up in value. I'm not saying that sealed products is the only way that you should be investing, because there are opportunities in singles as well. Now, if you guys don't want to hustle and be lazy like me, the only way that is the best way, in my opinion, is to invest in sealed product. Because I'm lazy, I buy product, I let it sit, age, do its thing, fine wine, right? Again, this is something that I don't know how much longer this Umbreon will go for above you know, $1,000, but I don't know, we'll see. I might be wrong, but it's gonna most likely cap and at a certain point and either stay there or come back down. I do want to say that the only way modern slabs will increase in values is if demand increases, or in other words, if more people come into the hobby. Because once more and more people keeps coming into the hobby, the demand for these cards will obviously go up, because, you know, there's more demand for it. More people are in the hobby. So if the hobby just keeps exponentially grows as time goes on, I do see that argument too. And if that's the case, then you know, investing in modern singles would be just fine, because more people come in, there will be more demand for these singles. Okay guys, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Hope you guys been well, and if you guys like this video, please consider liking and subscribing. If you guys want to support my channel, please check out my eBay store and the link below. And until next time guys, you guys take care. Peace.